Never mind who you thought I was.
I'm CALIBOY.
Bitch.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the first podcast of your boy CALIBOY. I've been telling y'all I was going to do this. It's finally here. I'm trapped in the house like everybody else during quarantine. And instead of just sitting around bored, I was like, man, let me turn on this camera and get to it. Pretty much what I'm going to end up doing with this podcast is I'm going to just pretty much talk about everything that everybody always whispers about, talks about, messages each other about. Everything that you hear in the streets but nobody wants to talk out loud about. There's pretty much really, I don't want to say there's really like no wrong answer. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just speaking on topics that I know that y'all like to talk about. Of course, if you like this, what I'm doing, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below if you have any other topics that you want me to touch on. Make sure you, it's pretty much like an open discussion. It's my first one. I really don't know what to expect or what to do. If y'all like this, of course, I'm going to, get a backdrop and, better lighting and so forth and make it pop and probably bring people in so that they can talk about it and so forth. But until then, I'm working with what I got. If y'all like it, then I'll move forward. Today, pretty much I want to talk about the realism of Zeniths, China's, Dayton's, and anything else that I guess freestyle. Because as you can see, I'm pretty much just going to go at it because this is what I do. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for checking me out. I'm not saying that I'm the best. I'm not saying that I'm the one. I'm not saying that I know all the answers. Again, I'm just speaking on what y'all talk about. So pretty much, something that I always laugh about on my Instagram, which is aDaywithCALIBOY pics. I'm always talking about China's and Zeniths. Some people nowadays call them Chinifs. Some people bash on China's, period. From what I've been hearing, what I've been told, some research that I did and so forth, pretty much Zeniths are fake. Let's just get to the point. If you have a set of old casted Zeniths from, back in the day, those are going to be real. If they're like refurbished, those are going to be real. You can tell on the back they look casted. These new style Zeniths that everybody's getting right now, I like to call them expensive Chinas because that's basically what they are. Nowadays, everybody likes to call it USA built. Pretty much it's a China. To clean it up, I mean, some people get the stuff here from USA and they chrome it within the USA and they call it USA built. Some are getting parts from China and rechroming it in the USA and telling you that it's USA built. Again, this is what I'm being told. This is the research that I was able to find. It is what it is. Zenith pretty much is no longer in existence. There is no more Zenith. I don't think since, don't get me wrong, I want to say maybe the late 80s, early 90s. I don't have the information in front of me, but Zenith is no more. It's done. So all of these chips and so forth that everybody's getting, I don't know if these chips are even real, to tell you the truth. I mean, they're pretty much just repop. Everybody's always bashing China and, oh my God, you got some cheap fake wheels. Pretty much nowadays, if you got these wheels and these Zenith style knockoffs, what they say, USA, you just says USA all over them, Zenith USA. The old one said Campbell. Like this has nothing to do with anything. It's just something to look fancy. It's like having a Louis Vuitton belt. Some people rather have logos. Me, it really doesn't matter. To tell you the truth, I'm a knockoff type of guy myself. I've been on China's, I've been on Dayton's, Zenith's. They all got me to where I needed to go. They all took me back home. Let's just be real with it. It's really whatever. I mean, I have no problem. I mean, I've had, like I said, Dayton's and Zenith's, but I have no problem just getting a clean ass knockoff and putting it on the China. The only difference really between a China is the quality of chrome. The chrome sucks. You can almost see like it looks like little sand marks in them. I don't have any here to really show you like a true China, but you can see within the chrome that it's not really the best. So if you're just wanting to get by until you can get you a real set, then it is what it is. They'll do you just fine. Everybody's always bashing and wanting to talk about them, but there's really nothing wrong with them. Now, if you're hopping, you're trying to win best of show, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, I get it. But if you're just trying to cruise the boulevard, you're trying to get your money up, because let's get to the point. Not everybody has the money like that. Low riding is very expensive. It's an expensive hobby. I've said this in my questions and answers on Instagram. I've said this in my videos. Lowriding is an expensive hobby. It's not for the weak. It is very expensive. I try to get the people on what's in your garage to tell you that it took them years to get to where they're at. Everybody has to start from somewhere. Just like Drake said, started from the bottom, now we're here. Some people was able to start off with just Daytons. Some people have to start off with Zeniths. I think I started off with Chinas. Did I say that backwards? Some people start off with Daytons. Some people start off with Chinas. I started off with Chinas. I've had a set of Daytons. I've had a set of Zeniths. When I sold a car, nobody's ever came to me and said, oh my God, you got Daytons. Let me give you an extra $500. Nobody's ever said, oh my gosh, you got real Zeniths. Let me give you an extra $300 and a pack of beer. Nobody's ever said that. When they come up to your house or when they're on the phone or OfferUp or Kelly Broker, whatever they're on, the first thing they say is, what's the cheapest you'll take? What's the less amount that you'll take? We all have heard it. So what does it matter at the end of the day, if you really think about it? Just to brag to somebody who doesn't care about you anyway? Oh my gosh, he's got Daytons for real. Let me just find something else to hate on. I made a video about that. They're going to find something to hate on anyway. So what if you got a Dayton stamp, Campbell Zenith, or a set of Chinas? They're going to find something else to hate on anyway. So what does it matter? Just do you. Like I was pretty much trying to say earlier, I'm just a knockoff type of guy. I just love how they look. The thickness of them is pretty much what you're getting in your knockoff. I don't have a set of China knockoffs, but they're real thin. I laugh because I know, especially in LA, and I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying because I know I've seen this in the LA area. People, they'll have like the China knockoff, and one wing will be broke off because they're real thin. So as you hit it with the hammer, they just break off. So people are riding around with one fin. Like, come on, dude, just go get some other ones. But again, I get it. Not everybody has the money. You got to do what you got to do. I'm just a knockoff type of person. Now, these are USA made. These aren't the real deals. But again, you can see the thickness of them. They last longer, blah, blah, blah. Another thing that a lot of people have been trying to do with these Zeniths to fool you into thinking that they have the real deals is, again, these are USA built, China, whatever you want to call them. I don't care. The little bolts that hold in the cap, I think these ones are chrome. I think they look chrome. They look chrome in the lighting. But some people, they'll switch out these bolts. Little petty stuff. They'll go to the hardware store and switch those out so that they have like the stainless steel ones so they can say, oh, I got the real Zeniths, you got the fake ones. Another thing is on these bad boys, the spokes. You know, some people have stainless steel spokes. I had some Zeniths that have some stainless steel spokes. But when you take the wheel off, your adapters are red and white. Let's go and keep it real. For some of y'all who really don't know, real Zeniths from back in the day, Campbell Zeniths, the adapters was blue and red, if I'm not mistaken. They were blue and red. They weren't chrome, they were blue and red. That's it. Nowadays, they're white and red. And they come in a white box or a brown box. There's no labeling. It doesn't say Campbell. There's no authenticity on any of that kind of stuff. Did I say that right? Authenticity? Authentic? Anyway. So pretty much these, they have like Dayton on the back of the knockoff. So you know that these knockoffs are real. That's another thing that I realized is going to be... Is my smoke detector going out? Oh, hell no. Let me see if I got a battery. Damn. Hey, do we got any batteries? Alright, so it is what it is. I don't feel like going to Walmart to get more batteries. So you're just going to hear that smoke detector in the background. So, another thing that you might notice is that some of these guys are selling wheels on the internet, not knocking anybody, not speaking on anybody. You can pretty much tell by how real they are by the box. I mean, you know, a lot of these guys are posting up the wheels and they're like, hey, I got these Zeniths for sale. And they got a gang of white boxes behind them or a gang of brown boxes behind them. They don't say no kind of Campbell Zenith on it at all. That's pretty much one of the dead giveaways. It's just funny because, you know, everybody's always bashing Chinas, and pretty much everybody with the Zenith style wheel is rolling on some type of a fake. It almost sounds weird to say fake, but it's not a real Zenith. Zenith is not around anymore. That's what I'm pretty much trying to tell y'all right now. Another thing that's gonna be weird it's going to be kind of interesting to see how it plays out. Is right now, there's no containers coming from China to the USA, and nothing from the USA going back or whatever. A lot of these guys are saying that their wheels are real Zeniths, and they got such and such supply. So if their supply slows down all of a sudden, and they can't supply y'all with them gold Zeniths no more, I'm not saying anything. Y'all can read in between the lines, but they could be coming off that China container. Is all I'm saying. I actually know people who have China's Dayton Zeniths. I know people who have China's and the Dayton knockoff. I know people who have straight up China's with a China adapter and have 4 8x squares in they trunk. So you just gotta play it with however you want to play it. Some people are just pro never ever being seen on the China, and some people just don't care. It's like the sport is turning into something that we're starting to care too much about. Just have your car clean, have your white walls, nice and spiffy, and hit the boulevard. It's like there's too much hate right now. That is something that I probably will have another topic of is the hate in the game. If you've heard anything, either about the Zeniths, the real ones, the old ones, the redone Daytons, whatever. If you have any other information about this that I didn't speak on or I missed or that you know more of, feel free to comment below. That's fine. I do read my comments. I like to check things out. And, let's just have a discussion board about it, y'all. One thing I did find, I was doing some research. I didn't really do too much. Again, I'm just kind of speaking on what people hear in the streets. On an old lead low forum from 2003, somebody said they actually spoke to the real owner of Zenith wire wheels. And I believe the guy's name was Ray. I might be messing up the names again. I'm just freestyling here. But I believe the guy's name was Ray from McLean's. He was trying to buy Zenith wire wheels, and it didn't happen. So the real owner of Zenith was like, hey, if I don't sell, I'm 80 years old already as it is in 03. I'm going to have to, retire and call it quits. So that's pretty much what ended up happening there. Nobody ended up buying the company. It didn't get taken over. And, pretty much it closed down. This is from the research that I found. If you've heard otherwise, that's fine. Comment in the notes. And it is what it is. I'm just speaking on what I've heard. So, I know there's going to be people that's going to be like, oh my gosh, you're so wrong. It is what it is. It's what I've heard. It's what I researched. I'm the only person speaking on it. So let's go with that. Another thing that I've done some research on is pretty much another reason how come a lot of people like to go with real name brand wheels. From that form that I found on the Lay It Low forum, it did say that when they spoke with the owner of Zenith wire wheels, that their wheels was actually made a little bit stronger. I did write this down, and I could be saying it wrong, please forgive me. But they said that pretty much Zenith wire wheels are made with up to 90K tensile strong. Dayton's is made up to 65K tensile strong. And China's are made from 25 to 35K in strength. I saw tensils, again, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. So pretty much out of all of them, the Zeniths, real Zeniths, I'm just holding these because these are supposed to be Zeniths, they're going to actually be the strongest of the three. The real ones, when you flip them over in the back, is actually like a casted look. Dayton's are supposed to be the next strongest wheel, and China's is pretty much at the bottom of the barrel. I don't know how much strength these USA built wheels are. They're pretty much just nicely chromed wheels. Let's just keep it real on that one. Something else that I did want to bring up, I'm not going to actually say any names, or I kind of dance around it because I know I said I was going to keep it raw and real on my podcast, but these are some Daytons that I had bought not too long ago. Original, they were supposed to be redone Daytons. Got them from a very reliable source. I don't want to put them on blast because I messed with him when he was alive, and it got taken over by family, so it could have just been an issue of them not understanding the wheel game or whatnot. I spoke to him. I kind of voiced my opinion. It is what it is. These are some Daytons that I paid for to get redone. The back of them are stamped, if you can see that, 225A. Hopefully y'all can see that. 225A. That's supposed to mean that pretty much these are the real deals. Now the hub does look real. I'm not gonna lie to you. Something else that I do want y'all to know, that it isn't really the hardest thing in the world to stamp a 225 on the back of a hub. So a lot of people have asked, and I've heard whispers, are Dayton's real? If you're getting them from Dayton themselves, they're going to be real. Most of your new Daytons are going to say Dayton on the dish, the inside of the hub. Back side is going to say 225A. Rumors that I've heard, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, each nipple is facing straight. I don't know how true that is. I mean, I'm looking at these sets, and they're, I guess they do look kind of straight. There's a couple of them a little bit to the angle, but supposedly you're supposed to be able to tell if Dayton's are real, if each of the nipples are straight. You can tell me in the comments if that's real or not. Another thing is the spokes are supposed to be stainless steel. Again, I paid to get these Dayton's redone. It was sent to me, and from what I can tell, unless they chrome the stainless steel, it looks like the spokes are chrome. So that's one of the things that I have an issue with. Even though you're paying to have Dayton's redone, doesn't mean that it's going to come back all the way, to its and here's that word again, authentic, whatever. So that's one of the things. I don't even know if this dish, I don't know, y'all tell me in the comments, how can you tell if a dish is going to be Dayton? As of right here, what I'm looking at, it's just saying that it's DOT 13x7. There's no Dayton stamps. As far as I know, this could be a China dish with a Dayton hub and a Dayton knockoff. How am I supposed to know? Something that I did not like when I bought them. Again, I paid for refurbished Daytons. Daytons, when you buy them, their adapters are chrome. So why do I have China white and red adapters? It's one of the issues that I had, especially when you're paying for top quality. This is some of the things that they send you. Voice my opinion. Again, I'm not going to actually say their name. Some of y'all can read between the lines. It is what it is. I will say, shout out to the homeboy Eugene. I had to hit him up to get a set of real deal Holyfield Dayton adapters. As you see, they're chrome. It is what it is. So that's just one of the topics on that one. Some of the things that some people don't know. A lot of y'all might already know this. Like, hey, this is stuff we already know. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people who don't know this. So, if I'm going backwards or go forward, forgive me. Any issues with it, comment in the comment section. Another thing, too, is if, you have any other topics you want me to touch on, make sure you comment in the comment section, too. Another thing that I was kind of touching base on with the Dayton hub, saying 225A on the back. A lot of people are like, as soon as you say that, it's automatically real. Let me keep it real with y'all, okay? There's people who can take 4-door Impalas and make them into 2-door convertibles. A lot of y'all cannot tell. How hard do y'all think it is to stamp 225A on the back of a hub? What some of y'all think about that? Again, this is if you're getting refurbished. Not trying to put nobody on blast. It's not that hard to go to one of those places to get the little numbers on the stamp and hit that bad boy with a good hammer or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't do it. I do videos. One thing I want y'all to comment below is how do you feel about the wheels? Do you care about name brands? Is that really something where you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta have Dayton? I know there's a few cats that they have to have Daytons no matter what. And again, I've never sold a car where somebody came and paid me extra money for having real Daytons, because I had some. And I was pretty much the last time. Well, I did buy these. The car that I'm building right now, I was told that and I don't know how true this is, y'all can tell me that too. I was told that Daytons actually stick in. I don't know if it's because of the adapter or the how the wheel is made, but supposedly they don't stick out as far as a China or the USA style Zeniths. Y'all can comment on that below. This is what I've heard. I'm just speaking on it. You let me know. But this is the reason why I went with Daytons for my new ride. Other than that, I probably would have just got some USA Zeniths and called it a day. But I know a lot of times, a lot of you guys, you're just into name brands. Pretty much Dayton, Zenith, McLean, whatever. It's like having a Gucci belt. It's like having a Louis Vuitton purse. I mean, I don't know. Some people have the top of the line socks and belt and undershirt. I mean, that's fine. When you see me most of the time, it's a pair of sweats, a t-shirt, and probably some beat down Nikes because I'm going to be walking in whatever to get some footage. I've never really cared about name brand stuff like that. I'm kind of like the person who wants to make sure that the whole car, I touch every area of a car before I pull it out. That's just me personally, you know what I mean? And I can always come back later and say, okay, when I'm take these Chinas off and put these whatever's on. Just like with my Cadillac that I have now, it had a set of chrome and gold Zeniths on there. I was told they were real. They had chrome adapters, which again, Zenith adapters was red and blue. It did have stainless steel spokes, and it was purchased from the same person that I got these from. So it is what it is. I didn't like gold because I don't have gold on that car, so I took them off. Another thing that I did want to touch on is I don't know if y'all priced a set of Chinas lately, but they're kind of expensive. I was just like, man, I just want some chrome wheels. Just give me some Chinas or whatever. My son had another Cadillac before he got his Fleetwood that he has now, and they had some Chinas on it, and I put them for sale, and they sold in like 5 minutes. I think I put them up for like 400, 500 bucks, wheels and tires, adapters, and everything, and everybody was blowing me up, and I couldn't realize why. One guy was like, man, I'll give you an extra 100 if you hold out for me and let me have them. I'm like, what's going on? Didn't think nothing of them. Sold them to the first guy. Threw the cash to my son. Here you go. Congratulations. And called it a day. Then I took those wheels off my Fleetwood, and I'm looking for a set of chrome wheels, and I'm like on, my page, OfferUp, whoever, and I couldn't find none. And I'm like, man, there's like no Chinas available. All you see is the people selling them. You hit them up, and they're like, yo, wheels and tires, come through, 1,200 bucks. I'm like, man, for 1,200 bucks, I might as well give me a set of USA Zeniths. You know what I mean? So it's like nowadays a lot of people are laughing at Chinas, but they're not really the cheapest thing out there right now. We don't really have too many options in low riding. It's either going to be Dayton, Zenith, or China. So, at the end of the day, when they're rolling, nobody's like, hey, slow down, stop. Let me see what logo you got on there. It doesn't matter. Some people want a Gucci belt. Some people don't. Some people want a Dayton stamp. Some people don't. Again, like I was telling you, my pet peeve, I'm just an adapter type person. Look at this thing. When it's spinning with China wheels behind it, it is what it is. When it's spinning with Dayton wheels behind it, it is what it is. When if I put this on a Zenith, it is what it is. I have seen people mismatch and put Dayton on Zenith and so forth or whatever. It is what it is. But do you really care if as far as logos, labels, does that make you? Again, because most of the time we're only just doing this to stunt and shine on somebody who doesn't care about us anyway. It's not like they're throwing money into your account to go buy these things. Hey, man, I see you on a set of Chinas. Let me buy you some Daytons. When's the last time somebody said that? Never. And you're never going to hear that. So what does it matter, y'all? It's like y'all have these wheels and you bashing on Chinas. Y'all have Daytons and you bashing on the Zeniths. There's too much hate in this whole world. That's what I'm always preaching on my Instagram. Just let it go. I don't care. Just get more cars out on the streets so we can cruise. Hopefully we can cruise again, man. Because right now we're all stuck inside the house. Let's just get these cars on the road and stop worrying about what other people are driving and what kind of wheels that they have. For real. Just to kind of just freestyle. A lot of things that a lot of people are forgetting in this game right now is this is all a hobby. I know a lot of y'all take it serious. A lot of y'all will get into comments quick and start going off. Somebody's going to give this a thumbs down. It's okay. I get it. The world lives off of hate. People have to find something to hate on. But it's like at the end of the day, what I don't get is this was a hobby. This was a fun sport. And then at some point, it became like to the point where everybody has to hate on each other. Somebody has to find something to hate on. I've gotten messages in my inbox and on my text like, look at this guy, look at this guy. And I've probably done it myself too. There's nobody's perfect. But I'm probably going to be one of the only people who's out right now who's trying to, preach that everybody just get on the same page and just ride. Because it's going to get to the point, man, where people are so worried about having a logo of something that they're just not even going to even pull their car out. Which means that eventually cruising, and I'm not going to say it's going to die off, and it probably won't. I'm probably just speaking out loud. You know, I'm just talking. But cruising isn't going to end up being what it is. I mean, we don't even know what's going to go on once they open up the doors and let us back out. If they even let us back out, because it's something new every day on the news right now with this coronavirus. Just cruise, y'all. It's a hobby. At the end of the day, we can't take it with us. Whether if you've got gold-plated Dayton's fully engraved with a mural of your face on a dish, what does it matter? You can't take it with you at the end of the day. It looks good. You spent a lot of money on it. But is everything else, you know, around you taken care of? Again, I'm not really a label person. I've had bought labels for, you know, whatever reason. My build that I'm doing now, I am, you know, pretty much going all out. But at the end of the day, you know, it's just for fun, y'all. It's just fun. It's just supposed to be a hobby that we're supposed to enjoy. Low riding started out as, you know, getting your car as low as you can go, cruising slow with style, and just coming with creativity. And it's like now, everybody's just doing the same thing, especially right now. Everybody's just buying gold Zeniths. Not bashing, you know, I just kind of laugh and just be like, you know, why is everybody buying the same wheels? It's like you go to a car show and everybody's got the same wheel. It's already bad enough that, you know, low riding is only wire wheels. You know, you can go to other car events and see, you know, different kinds of wheels, hot rods. We know the big wheel events have all kinds of different wheels. It's like you come to low riding and it's just, you know, okay, everybody's going to be on 13-inch spokes and that's it. You know, so now it's just going to be a matter of is it going to be gold or chrome? Is it going to be engraved or not engraved? It is what it is, y'all. Just roll in peace. So lastly, again, I'm just doing this as a trial run. If you like what you see, make sure you click like, share, subscribe. Make sure you comment other topics. Make sure you comment about this topic if you know, if you're feeling it. It's just trial. Sorry about the backdrop. I'm stuck in the house. I can't go really buy no supplies. You know, I can make it better. I can bring other people in, but again, I'm just trying to kind of fill it out to see if it's even something that will work. Again, this is podcast number 1 for your boy CALIBOY. Never done this before, so I'm just trying it. I can't go see my barber. I look grungy. It is what it is. I'm just having fun with it. I just turned on the camera and now I'm here. So appreciate the love. Thank y'all for those who subscribe. Thank y'all for those who like and share. Please make sure you comment. If you like what I'm doing, if you want to see more of this, please share, like, and subscribe and comment. I'm out. Man, if y'all seen this setup I got going on, y'all would laugh at me.